Before we start, I want to congratulate my brother Fally Ipupa for an amazing show that he did in Paris at the Accor La Défense Arena. 40,000 people sold out, making history as, listen, now he's becoming the Congolese legend. He's becoming the Congolese biggest artist out there. Is for Congo what Burna Boy might become if he continue on his run for the next 10-15 years. He's like, yeah, now like he's far ahead of everybody, and he's just becoming a Congolese giant, an African giant. So yeah, listen, amazing. Congratulations. I already sent him a message telling him congrats. So he's probably, enjoying the high of such an amazing success. And it's amazing. It's funny. I saw a video of the people that call themselves les combattants. Who decided that they want to fight their political battle through the taking Congolese artists hostage. I believe they are responsible for Congolese music going from number 1 to number 3. Because of them, for 10 years there was no shows, so this gave space for Coupé Décalé and Nigerian music to just explode without having the Congolese people be there. And I mean, listen, you don't stay number 1 forever anyway, but they were there saying that they don't have nothing against Fally, but they are fighting Macron and whatever happens in Congo by preventing people to enjoy a concert. So this is their logic, and listen, I never agreed with that, because if you want to fight something that you disagree with politically, I believe that you should go into politics. That's as simple as that. Go into politics and do what you have to do. I don't see why you need to preventing people from having show for 2 hours at a concert is going to prevent them from having a consciousness about what happens in Congo, and especially if you do all this from Europe. If you really want to do something for your country, give away your French nationality, Belgium nationality, UK nationality, wherever you believe, wherever you are, and take back a Congolese passport and go become a rebel, or become an opponent, or become a political force. And attacking artists is weak to me personally. Maybe because I'm an artist, but I mean, listen, I never had any problem with them, because they attack more rumba artists. And every time I met some of them in Congo, they always told me, nah, don't worry, you're fine. We will not prevent you. And I always told them, well, listen, if I were you, I would not try to prevent me, because, listen, I'll bring people to fuck you up. But listen, yeah, listen, congratulations to Fally for representing, and for, listen, it's not everybody that can put 40,000 people in a French venue. So this is something to keep for the history books. It's not something that they don't do. So okay, I'm gonna also bring something in addition to that. Us African artists, we have put peoples in stadiums with more than that in Africa. And in the same time where I'm like, congrats for doing it in France, I'm like, why do you believe that it is an amazing achievement in France when Fally did this 100 times in Africa already. I did this in Africa 10, 20, 30 times. In every French speaking, English speaking, Portuguese speaking countries in Africa, I have filled stadiums. And it's interesting how we don't see it as an achievement. Like, I already had 100,000 people come see me perform, 10,000 people, 40,000 people, 20,000 people, like all types of huge crowds, right? And interestingly, people always tell me, yeah, you have to do a Zenith or you have to do a Coliseo here in Lisbon. It takes like, I think it's 5,000 people or 6,000 people. Or you have to do a Mel Arena, Altice Arena, that's like 12,000 people. And me, I'm like, why? No, because then, you know, for your status, that, like, to show people that you are the legend. I'm like, what about all the stadiums I did in Africa? What about all the huge venues I did? We did Stade des Martyrs, we did this, we did, like, we, in our countries, in our continent, we did that. Why doesn't it matter as much as what we did when it happens in Europe? It's great to be able to say that you conquered other territories. Don't get me wrong, but I mean that I just don't like the fact that it has more. It feels more important for our people than what we do at home. But I mean, it's just something that has nothing to do with what Fally did. It's just that usually people always tell me, yo, you have to do one big concert to show once and for all who you are. I'm like, done that. Yeah, but you didn't do it at l'Olympia. I'm like, l'Olympia is like 3,000 people. What are you talking about? I did 30,000 people here, 20,000 here, 100,000 here. Why are you talking to me about l'Olympia? Is this thing where sometimes I'm just like, it's the same as like, yeah, I mean, like, for everybody, winning a Grammy is so important. Listen, to me personally, winning multiple Cora awards are more important for me because this is a prize from the African continent. It's just that it doesn't hold the same value in the eyes of the people, and it's more about the people. It's not about the value for you as an artist. It really depends. Like, I know some artists that they did 10,000 people in 20 different countries inside of Africa, and they are not famous at all outside. I know people, they had like 30, 40, 50,000 people in Angola, like Ciquat Pedro, like Big Nello, like a lot of these artists. And people, interestingly, it's only when they feel a big place here with 6,000 people that they say, yeah, legend. Me, I'm like, what about what we do at home? And that's, listen, I have a pushback because every time I'm invited to a show, people yell so much. Then people tell me, yeah, you have to come and do one in France, one in the US, and or you have to have one hit in France for your career to be. I'm like, what are you talking about? I did places that are way bigger than those places in many cities just in Congo, plus Gabon, Cameroon, Angola, Mozambique. Like, doesn't count? Like, why? Like, these people, they, like, it's not the same numbers? Like, what happens? And so that's why, me personally, I mean, I'm not saying I'll never do it, but people have been telling me, you need to do a big arena in Lisbon or Paris to solidify like the legend. And I'm like, guys, the legend is already solidified. I don't need that. And if I do it, I'll do it in a way where nobody's ready. But listen,